What's up guys, and welcome to another video. We are back in the one only B1 gym, Banus, and I'm joined with a couple of individuals who need no introduction. The big man, Noel, and the shredder, Joesthetics. So today, I believe we're going to be training shoulders, good old-fashioned bro split, destroy the delts, and have some fun at the same time. Right, so before we get started with the workout, I'm going to need a little pickup. I do often have a pre-workout before I train. I've already had one coffee today. Usually I will have two, but the coffee here at Banus is not that great. No offense to Banus, I love you, but the coffee is trash. So I'm gonna have an alternative pre-workout. These water drops, which I've recently started having, are absolutely unbelievable. First of all, because they give you a nice little kick of caffeine, but it's also natural as well. The pre-workouts out there are full of so many chemicals and stimulants that, to be honest with you, they mess me up for the rest of the day and they ruin my sleep. But these are way more chill. We've got 60 milligrams of caffeine all the way up to 90. I'm gonna have 90 today because it's gonna be a big workout. So all you need to do, get one of the cubes, pop it into your drink. Decent flavor, cherry cola. Perfect for those people that are either not drinking enough water or just don't like the taste of coffee or sick of having pre-workouts all the time. Highly recommend. Actually, it makes sense. It's a Swedish machine, so it makes sense. Joe kindly told me it's a Viking press.
And it's from Sweden, bro. What's the order? So it's Mike first, then Joe. There's too much of a color contrast because I'm pale as fuck. I was also not having any tan since ages. Years ago I was always just tan, you know, when you are tan you look more ripped. You do, yeah. And then now I'm pale AF too because I never really go in the sun much.
The Dubai sun though is not powerful in January.
What you got in store for us? Because you're leading today's workout.
We're just gonna obliterate the delts, which is good because it's like a weaker point for me.
Yeah.
So we'll do 2 pressing movements, we'll do 2 lateral raise movements, and then we'll do some rear delts as well.
All right,
there'll be a lot of talking, so it'll probably take us 3 hours. Good weight.
What's your typical like rep range?
So the rep ranges which I would usually go for is, especially for compound movements, usually 8 to 10.
Okay.
Isolation movements, lateral raises, flies.
So on the heavier side, 8 to 10 for the compounds?
Yeah. So I think today I want to go quite heavy with this, so we'll go for like, I'll max out on 8 reps.
Okay. Sets wise?
Do 3 sets of 8, working set, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. When I was in the Seychelles, I literally lost all of the color here. This was white. We've had a few sunny days and the tan is back to acceptable levels.
No, and it's not easy for me. Just because I look bigger or whatever, it doesn't mean I'm stronger.
Everyone always thinks that I have a really strong chest, but I don't. The chest
Yeah, same me, bro. I have a big chest, they say, right? But I'm not pressing much weights. I'm doing 120 maybe, bench, that's it.
My overhead press and my rowing is strong. Yeah. My legs are quite strong as well. Chest is not strong, weird. How heavy are you at the moment?
Last I weighed myself, here, I was at 308.9 pounds, with about 140 kilos. Woo! That's by far the heaviest I've been. I was actually concerned, I must be honest. I was avoiding the scale, and if anything, my eating hasn't been the best. My training has been immaculate. Let's show them the vein, this guy. Fuck. Come on, bro, got you, let's go. Oh my, strong. Woo. Come on, Mike, got you. Up. Brilliant. Oh, push. There we go. Looking great. The 10 adds like 10% muscularity and 7.5% shred. Shaving drops body fat percentage. Yeah. 10 increases muscle mass.
Well, luckily, everybody always says, what do you do to maintain your lack of body hair? But I have no body hair.
Joe's very lucky with the same, I think. Similar. I want to know your entire grooming regime. Mike is the most immaculate person I've met.
I have to groom my chest. I've started growing hair here. I'll do my legs maybe once a month. Hair, usually every 4 or 5 days. I've noticed now I'm starting to get grey hairs here, so I've got to hide it. Can't let anybody know. Every now and then I'll do the old beard dye.
Like this. Listen, I can describe Mike in a few words. It's like MT MHMME. You know, Mike Thurston, most handsome man Middle East.
I can train with these guys more often. I'm feeling so good about myself right now.
Bring it up. Bro, only 2 more sets, then we need to see that pump cover coming off. You bet.
Oh! Up.
Yes.
Job.
What would older Mike say to younger Mike 10 years ago?
Regarding my training,
Specifically training.
prioritize rest and recovery. Don't skip legs because I skip legs quite a lot of time. More is not better. Quality over quantity. And I think exercise selection as well. There was a lot of leg exercises which I was doing, which were just loading up my glutes and my lower back, and it kind of reduced the rate at which my quads were growing.
Okay. Nutrition-wise?
Nutrition was good. If anything, I was more on point in my nutrition back then because I used to track all the time. And I never had any money to order out or eat out.
Yeah.
So I would do my weekly shot once or twice a week. I meal prepped everything. And all my calories were on point. And it's something which I'm not doing as much now.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me, and like the one thing I say first and foremost when it comes to what the advice I would give myself focus on nutrition, how I managed to see changes in my physique and results with the way my diet was. I mean, it was shocking. I was on the road, I was traveling a lot of meetings, and I would just pick up what is convenient and accessible.
It's ridiculous because I could have, let's say for example, I could have 3,000 calories. Right. One would be an optimal macro split. All the foods, like minimally processed in their natural state, versus 3,000 calories of a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The protein might be lower than optimal, fat's a little bit higher, carbs, but it would still be 3,000 calories. If I did that for a couple of weeks or months, I would look drastically different based on the optimal macro split versus if it fits your macros. So a lot of people should really prioritize nutrition, like you said. We'll pretty much go to failure, full range of motion, then we'll do the partial reps. Partials now, partials.
1, 2, 3, 4, come on, 5. There we go. Flex your shoulders, hold it. 10, 15 seconds, hold it. Huh?
Flexing the shoulders.
Yeah, just keep the blood in there. That's what the FST7 workouts are from Henry Rambo. In between the sets, I haven't done it. I just did a version that I do myself when I was watching these videos long time ago when he did it with Jeremy Bondia back in the days. And I tried, especially with the chest. You do a set and then you just fucking squeeze and squeeze, but you are just I find that you are then very fatigued.
The next set.
Yeah. Even after one exercise, you are just khalas.
Go. 5, 6, 4 more. 3. Come on. So you're really trying to hold the fart in.
Am I smiling and frowning?
What are you currently working on at the moment, physique-wise?
Only always the same shit, right? Tricep mostly and hamstrings. So that my legs, I have really good quads, I have good okay biceps and everything. But what I need more is like more tricep and more hamstrings.
Twice a week?
Yeah, usually like always. I'm doing push-pull legs right now. Push-pull legs rest.
Do you ever feel there's like pressure for you to always just look fucking crazy all the time?
Pressure, yeah, a bit, obviously, yeah. But I give myself a lot of pressure because I'm always in this mood that I can't take good videos if I'm not ripped enough.
Yeah. They don't have that wow factor.
Yeah.
Especially now when everybody's seen everything, the best of the best.
Everyone's seen everything, everyone looks really good. People, they always expect me to do something what fucking Superman does. You know, like the guys, they say, yeah, he's so ripped all the time, and like he never loses any. You know what I mean? Like I would never lose. It's not true. I lose a lot of muscle too. You know, like when I look at the last 1.5 years, my physique is basically the same, but just less impressive because I was keep losing muscle slowly. Because people they say, yeah, he look always like this, but I'm doing this with the meat, like I'm using TRT, right? Like I'm using almost nothing, but people they imagine me, I'm being on fucking like trend and everything, and just I cannot keep the muscle either, you know? When I was prepping for my show, the last 1 week I did 2-3 hours of cardio a day, almost didn't eat anything. I was skinny, because if you don't take a lot of like steroids on top, you cannot hold on to the size either. But people, they look at me and then they say, oh yeah, but look what happened to Joesthetics, you know? I'm like, yeah, sorry man, I'm also just a human being, I'm not a Superman.
Fucks with your head. Like even like a few of the recent videos I put out, like my weekly split, everyone's like, oh, is it me or has Mike lost a lot of size? Or is it me? Oh, Mike must be off the gear, like all this shit.
Yeah, bro, this fucks with your head. It's all bullshit.
I'm not looking that good this month or these couple of weeks. And then a few weeks later, like, I'll pull it back.
There is a problem, guys. Listen to this. So there's social media is, let's say, somehow toxic for us, right? But it's also toxic for you in some extent because you then have the same thing, but even worse. Now you look at these guys and maybe we are much further away from your physique. So you non-stop feel not good about yourself. While you should not give a fuck. You should just trust your process and keep doing consistent hard work, discipline, stay on the grind and make your results possible, man. My worst is when someone's like, oh, how long you been training for? Then I'm like, oh, fuck, 13 years. And then they say, oh, if I take 1 course of steroids, I'm gonna look like you in 3 months. The insult, bro. To look like him is, even with gear, this is not easy, well, I swear.
Good machine that. This may be the only gym in the world where I've seen that machine.
Yeah, the variety of machines is crazy, unbelievable.
But I like it because it keeps your form more strict, less cheap.
So you're doing a side lateral?
Yeah.
Hey, one secret. When I was back in the days, I stopped steroids for 1.5 years. And when I then secretly jumped back on, I didn't admit, obviously, immediately, like I'm like, hey, I'm taking something again. When I went on TRT. When I started this, I stopped doing shoulders. So I was like, I don't want to make my shoulders, you know, when you take something, then your shoulders easy to be fucking buff. So when I jumped back on the TRT, then I didn't train shoulders at all to just compensate, like say, maybe I'm still nailing, you know? You got big front delts. Do you train front delts or do you rely on like a shoulder press or machines that are going to activate the front, or do you specifically train the front? Always. I have also mostly my shoulder workouts start same as you did with some front pressing, military press kind of thing. And then always laterals and then rear delts, similar. But so a lot don't specifically do front delts? Not necessarily, because I have a lot of chest, you know, chest has a lot of front involved always. So people, they misunderstanding, they forget to focus more on the side and rear head. The front already gets a lot of workload from...
Especially with people who aren't pressing properly. Most people who don't have the right technique are just using their shoulders anyway.
You should press, let's say, like this, right, for your chest. But if you have your shoulders in front, people use a lot of front tilt for that. Yeah. Will you start TRT with the late 30s or something?
I would do, but primarily with the goal of improving my energy. Energy levels. Recovery and energy levels.
You don't know that, but in Thailand where I live, there's a lot of old men, like retired guys, and they're over 50, 60, and so many of them are on TRT. Yeah. And they say it's a life changer at one point because you become, your hormone levels drop.
Sex drive goes up, energy goes up, your ability to like look sick goes up. And I'm 32 now, I'll be 33 this year. I'm thinking by the time I'm like 36, 37, it's going to be harder and harder for me to look the way I used to look and to have the same energy which I had. So at that point, I may go on to something. But I would tell people though.
It's just a mental. It's not. I have this one.
Let's clear your nose.
Yeah. It's from Thailand, bro. Same like this one. This is just a stick.
Herbal.
Purple inhaler, exactly. Hey bro, I was shocked to see that in Bangkok and Thailand is better air than here. I'm not joking, and people they would sort of say, oh Thailand, the air in Bangkok is so bad. And then you check the PM 2.5 meter, and somehow, you know, when I first I saw from, let's say from here we look to the bush, and then you would see, but I would always think it's just sand. Did you do a set
we're
yet?
Breathing it in every day. You ever do shrugs?
When you take steroids, you don't do shrugs.
Right, so usually intro workout, halfway through on, near the end, I'll pop one of these into my drink. The problem with just drinking water is it's not going to replenish the lost electrolytes. If you've had a particularly sweaty session, whether it's been HIIT, cardio, or even just an intense weight session, you need to try and replenish them as much as possible, particularly if you want to continue training when you've got more exercise to do. If you don't replenish the electrolytes, you'll start to run out of energy, you'll fatigue, and you may even start cramping up. So I'll make sure to be sipping on these throughout the workout, and then at least at the end of the workout as well, before I get my protein in. It's very important to stay hydrated. And water drops is one of the best things that you can put into your body. So if you want to get involved and check them out, you can order a couple of packs. You get the pre-workout, the intra-workout, or even just the ones that you can have at home if you don't like the taste of water. Check out the link in the description and get 15% off your order.
Everywhere else in the world, bro, when they see you with this one and you keep sniffing the thing, they wonder what the fuck is he doing. Well,
I thought it was salt.
But if it's salt, I'm sniffing it like this, then something must be wrong with me, no?
So we finished up the session there, complete, total shoulder destruction. Feeling pretty fried, how was that? Good?
Yeah, good workout, bro.
The second exercise, bro, the burn, I'm still feeling it. Was good, yeah?
What's next for you guys? I know you're heading back to Thailand.
Noel's joining, we do a Phuket round trip.
When
you are down, bro?
31st,
Man,
you're out.
I want to. Thailand's the best time of the year to go now.
We go in February now, soon. Think about it. Phuket 5 days, quick and join, bro.
People always ask me where's the most beautiful place that I've been to, and Thailand is in the top 5 for sure.
Straight up.
It's not too busy now, is it?
Oh, it's
fuck. It's Chinese. I just asked most of my friends now when they said fucking busy.
Chinese New Year. We could barely find
Chinese New Year,
accommodation. It's very, very full right now.
But I stay in Pattaya, there are a lot of Russians there.
Yeah, they're everywhere now. They're everywhere but Russia. So make sure you check these guys out on social media. No doubt you probably already are. Noel, Joe, pleasure. No doubt we'll be seeing you guys soon.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having us, bro.
Yeah, always good.